You just saw Joran take his microphone off and threaten to end our interview with him. Joran eventually did put his microphone back on and continued telling his story. Now, Joran told us that he sold Natalee Holloway the night that she vanished on Aruba. But how deep does this alleged plot go? All right, Joran, we've taken a bit of a break. Now we're back. So let me pick up, let me hit some blunt topics. You told me in conversations that was paid some money. Mm-hmm. There was another police officer with him who was also paid? Mm-hmm. Who was that?
2 police officers. It was and what's can't think of him right now.
When were they paid off and for what?
They were paid off in the summer for not saying anything because they found out they found out the story.
When you say the story,
mm-hmm.
What was the story they found out?
I think they found out that she was taken to Venezuela.
Who paid them?
My father.
Do you know how much he paid them?
Not exactly, no.
What do you understand it was the range that he paid them?
50,000.
Each or to split?
I don't know.
Do you know how the money was transferred? Was it done through the banking system? Was it done through cash?
I just heard that it happened. That's all. I think it was done through banking.
How did you hear about it?
From my dad.
When did he tell you?
In one of the conversations I had with him.
Did shake him down? I mean, how did this happen?
Yeah, I think they tried to shake him down a little.
Well, tell me what you know about it.
It's I never spoke wasn't a topic which was spoken about, so I don't know the details on it. I just know that that happened.
Why did your father tell you, do you think? What was the setting that he told you?
Well, more like, that it's serious and more for me to shut up, keep my mouth closed.
Was this an argument or a discussion with your father?
No, it was more, I think, just to emphasize on giving me reason for not talking to the police.
Did you learn this from your father when you were still in jail, or was this after you got out?
I learned this while I was still in jail.
So you got private conversations with your father?
Way later, yeah.
Was anyone else paid off?
Not that I know of, no.
You hesitated a little. Were you thinking, or was there somebody else?
No, thinking.
All right.
I don't think so. I can't say. I don't want to say anything without me being sure about it.
Do you think there was another police officer?
There could have been someone else that was paid off as well, but what I say now is what I know about.
Did say to your father what they learned? Were they specific at all?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. The conversation I had with wasn't that long, so. But I think they knew exactly what was going on. Yeah.
How did they learn that, though?
I did not speak to them about it, so I don't know.
Do they know the guy who you were worked this deal with to sell Natalee? Did they know him?
I don't think so. I don't know.
And they never said anything to you about it?
No, I never spoke to or this other guy.
Ever? They never interrogated you in jail?
Never spoke to one of them once.
Who was the first person you told about selling Natalee?
The first person I told?
Mm-hmm.
The first person I told was my lawyer, I think.
And that was before you went?
No, the first person I told was a teacher of mine and then the lawyer.
The teacher is?
Yeah, the teacher was
Schmutz?
A teacher from school.
What's his name?
Yeah, was a teacher from school that I had as teacher.
What did he tell you to do?
To tell the truth.
Okay, and what was his name?
I can't think of it right now.
You know it, you do know it.
I can't think of it right now.
Is it the teacher who was there when you and I did the interview back in March of '06?
Yeah.
When did you tell him in relation to Natalee's disappearance?
Told him a couple days after at school, I think.
Did you have a special relationship with this teacher, or?
I had a very good relationship with him, yeah.
And so he was the first person. The second person you told was who?
My lawyer.
Was your father present?
No. Not when I told him the first time.
And this was in the lawyer's office?
No, this was at interrogation.
Okay, so this was after you were arrested?
Yeah.
And where was this conversation with your lawyer? Which facility?
I was at a police station.
Now, you weren't allowed to go home after that one, were you? You went right off to...
After that, they brought me to jail, yeah, to Kia. So this was still in my pre-arrest.
Now, one of the things that's important to us is that we corroborate every bit of the story. Do you give your lawyer permission to verify that fact?
How do you mean?
You have an attorney-client privilege.
Mm-hmm.
He can't tell me anything about you unless you give him the green light. Will you give him the green light to verify that he told you, that you told him within days of Natalie's disappearance that you'd sold her?
Yeah, I gave him the green light to do that.
After this interview, we went to Aruba. We confronted Joran's father and Joran's lawyer for their side of the story. So far, they have refused to go on the record. We will tell you more about that tomorrow night. They are all welcome here anytime. Now, you also just heard Joran Vandersloot claim that he confided to a teacher that he had sold Natalee Holloway. We did our own investigation and spoke to that teacher. More on that is coming up also tomorrow night. Coming up, Joran says he sold Natalee Holloway to a mysterious stranger. But where is this man now? When was the last time Joran spoke to him? And is the man still paying Joran money for his alleged deed?